युत्सवः
धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेतायुयुत्सवः।
मामकाः पाण्डवाश्चैव किमकुर्वत सञ्जय
मामकाः पाण्डवाश्चैव किमकुर्वत सञ्जय।
Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after assembling in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, what did my sons and the sons of Pandu do, being desirous to fight? You can mute yourself, there's a lot of noise coming. So you can all chant after me. There will be a space after I chant. Along with after me, you can all chant. Chapter 2, verse 7. Karpanya स्वभावः
पुण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभाव।
पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः
पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः।
यश्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे
यः श्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे।
शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम्
शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम्।
Arjuna said, Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me clearly what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. Santosh, you need not chant, you can keep yourself muted. Shri Bhagavanuvacha अशोच्यानन्वशोचस्त्वं प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे गतासु न गतासूंश्च नानुशोचन्ति पंडिताः. The blessed Lord said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor the dead. Chapter 2, verse 12. Natvevaham jatu nasam natvam neme janadhipaha न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्. The Supreme Lord said, Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. Chapter 2, verse 13. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara तथा देहांतर प्राप्तिर धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति. The Supreme Lord said, as the embodied soul continually passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. The self-realized soul is not bewildered by such a change. 2.14 Matra sparshastu kaunteya शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखदाः आगमापायिनो नित्यास् तां स्थितिक्षस्व भारत. O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception, O son of Bharata, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. Chapter 2, verse 20. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यशाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. For the soul there is never birth nor death, nor having once been does he ever cease to be. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, undying, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. I hope all of you are chanting after me. After I chant each line, I'm giving a pause so that you can all chant in the same way after me. Remember, we are chanting the words spoken by the Supreme Lord Krishna himself. So we are associating with Krishna directly by chanting the verses that he spoke. So let us all take this opportunity on the special day of Gita Jayanti and chant these verses. So please repeat. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grihnati naroparani तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि. As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, similarly the soul accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. Chapter 2, verse 23. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापो न शोषयति मारुतः. The soul can never be cut into pieces by any weapon, nor can he be burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind. Chapter 2, verse 27. जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युर् ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च तस्मादपरिहार्येऽर्थे न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि. For one who has taken his birth, death is certain, and for one who is dead, birth is certain. Therefore, in the unavoidable discharge of your duty, you should not lament. Chapter 2, verse 30. Dehi nityam avadhyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata tasmat sarvani bhutani natvam shochitum arhasi. O descendant of Bharata, he who dwells in the body is eternal and can never be slain. Therefore, you should not grieve for any creature. Chapter 2, verse 40. Please repeat. Neha vikrama nashosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Chapter 2, verse 41. Please repeat. Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha kuru nandana bahushakahyanantascha buddhayo vyavasayinam. Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branched. Text 2, chapter 2, verse 44. Please repeat. Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam taya pahrita chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhihi samadho na vidhiyate. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination of devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Chapter 2, verse 45. Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna Nirdvandvo Nityasattvasto Niryogakshema Atmavan. The Vedas mainly deal with the subject of the three modes of material nature. Rise above these modes, O Arjuna, be transcendental to all of them. Be free from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain and safety, and be established in the self. Chapter 2, verse 46. Please repeat. Yavanartha udapane sarvata samplutodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanataha. All purposes that are served by the small pond can at once be served by the great reservoirs of water. Similarly, all the purposes of the Vedas can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them. Chapter 2, verse 59. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha rasavarjam rasopyasya param društva nivartate. The embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, though the taste for sense objects remains. But, ceasing such engagements by experiencing a higher taste, he is fixed in consciousness. Chapter 2, verse 62. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते. While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them, and from such attachment, lust develops, and from lust, anger arises. Chapter 2, verse 63. Please repeat. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha sammohat smriti vibhramaha स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. From anger arises delusion, and from delusion, bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. And when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into the material pool. Chapter 2, verse 64. Ragadvesha vimuktainstu विषयानिन्द्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवश्यैर्विधेयात्मा प्रसादम् अधिगच्छति. One who can control his senses by practicing the regulated principles of freedom can obtain the complete mercy of the Lord and thus become free from all attachment and aversion. Chapter 2, verse 69. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti samyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato munehe. What is night for all beings is the time of awakening for the self controlled, and the time of awakening for all beings is night for the introspective sage. We have completed chapters 1 and 2, important shlokas. I hope all of you are chanting the verses after me. Today is Gita Jayanthi, and that is why we are reciting the 108 special verses from the Bhagavad Gita. Let us continue. Chapter 3, verse 9. यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणोऽन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्मबन्धनः तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्तसङ्गः समाचर. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed, otherwise work binds one to this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain unattached and free from bondage. Chapter 3, verse 14. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyadanna sambhavaha yajnad bhavati parjanyo yajna karma samudbhavaha. All living bodies subsist on food grains which are produced from rain. Rains are produced by performance of yajna or sacrifice, and yajna is born of prescribed duties. Chapter 2, Chapter 3, verse 21. Yadyadacharati shreshtas tattadevetaro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokastadanuvartate. Whatever action is performed by a great man, common men follow in his footsteps, and whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. Chapter 3, verse 27. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimodhatma kartahammiti manyate. The bewildered spirit soul, under the influence of the three modes of material nature, thinks himself to be the doer of activities which are in actuality carried out by nature. Chapter 3, verse 37. Sri Bhagavanuvacha Kamayesha Krodhayesha Rajo Guna Samudbhavaha Mahashano Mahapatma Vidyenam Iha Vairinam. The blessed Lord said, it is lust only, Arjuna, which is born of contact with the material modes of passion and later transformed into wrath, and which is the all devouring, sinful enemy of this world. Chapter 4, verse 1. Sri Bhagavanuvacha Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavanaham Avyayam विवस्वान् मनवे प्राह मनुरिक्ष्वाकवे ब्रवीत्. The blessed Lord said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivaswan, and Vivaswan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu in turn instructed it to Ikshvaku. Chapter 4, verse 2. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu sakale nehamahata yogo nashtah parantapa. This supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly kings understood it in that way. But in course of time the succession was broken, and therefore the science as it is appears to be lost. Chapter 4, verse 3. Sayevayam maya tedya yogah proktah puratanaha bhaktosi me sakha cheti rahasyam hyetaduttamam. That very ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme is told today by me to you because you are my devotee as well as my friend. Therefore, you can understand the transcendental mystery of this science. Chapter 4, verse 6. Please repeat. Ajopi sanna vyayatma bhutanamishwaropi san prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavamyatma mayaya. Although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all sentient beings, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. Chapter 4, verse 7. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bharata abhyuthanamadharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. Chapter 4, verse 8. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. In order to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I advent myself millennium after millennium. Chapter 4, verse 9. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. Chapter 4, verse 10. Vitaraga bhaya krodha manmaya mamupashritaha बहवो ज्ञानतपसा पूता मद्भावमागताः being freed from attachment, fear, and anger, being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me. Many, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, and thus they all attained transcendental love for me. Chapter 4, verse 11. ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहम् मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः. All of them, as they surrender unto me, I reward accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. Chapter 4, verse 13. Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagashaha tasya kartaramapi mam vidya kartaramavvyayam. According to the three modes of material nature and the work ascribed to them, the four divisions of human society were created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non doer, being unchangeable. Chapter 4, verse 34. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninastatvadarshinaha. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. Now we are entering the fifth chapter. I hope all of you are chanting along with me or after me each verse. Today being Ekadashi and Gita Jayanti, the day on which Lord spoke the Bhagavad Gita 5000 years ago, we are reciting 108 special verses from the Bhagavad Gita. It's a very special thing to do on today's special day to recite these verses. So, therefore, request you all to please stay on till the end and also chant the verses after me. Chapter 5, verse 18. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapake Cha Pandita Samadarshinaha. The humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, sees with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater or outcast. Chapter 5, verse 22. Ye hi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonaya evate adyantavanta kaunteya nate shuramate buddha. An intelligent person does not take part in the sources of misery which are due to contact with the material senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasures have a beginning and an end, and so the wise man does not delight in them. Chapter 5, verse 29. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram सुहृदं सर्वभूतानां ज्ञात्वा मां शान्तिमृच्छति. The sages, knowing me as the ultimate purpose of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attain peace from the pangs of material miseries. Chapter 6, verse 17. Yuktahara viharasya yuktacheshtasya karmasu युक्तस्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः. He who is temperate in his habits of eating, sleeping, working, and recreation can mitigate all material pains by practicing the yoga system. Chapter 6, verse 41. प्राप्य पुण्यकृतां लोकान् उषित्वा शाश्वती समाः शुचीनां श्रीमतां गेहे योगभ्रष्टोऽभिजायते. The unsuccessful yogi, after many, many years of enjoyment on the planets of the pious living entities, is born into a family of righteous people or into a family of rich aristocracy. Chapter 6, verse 47. Yoginamapi sarvesham madgatenantaratmana श्रद्धावान् भजते यो माम् समे युक्ततमो मतः. And of all yogis, he who always abides in me with great faith, worshipping me in transcendental loving service, is most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. Chapter 7, verse 3. Manushyanam sahasreshu कश्चिद्यतति सिद्धये यततामपि सिद्धानां कश्चिन्मां वेत्ति तत्त्वतः. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Chapter 7, verse 4. Bhumirapo nalo vayuh खम्मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहंकार इति यं मे भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टधा. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Altogether, these eight comprise my separated material energies. Chapter 7, verse 5. Apareyam itastvanyam prakritim vidhi me param जीवभूता महाबाहो ययेदं धार्यते jagat. Besides this inferior nature, O mighty armed Arjuna, there is a superior energy of mind, which are all living entities who are struggling with material nature and are sustaining the universe. Chapter 7, verse 7. Mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव. O conqueror of wealth, Arjuna, There is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. Chapter 7, verse 14. Daivi hyesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante mayametam taranti te. This divine energy of mine, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Chapter 7, verse 15. Namam dushkruti no mudhaha prapadyante naradhamaha mayaya jnana asuram bhavamashritah. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. Chapter 7, verse 16. Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukrutin arjuna arto jignasurartharthi jnani cha bharatarshabha. O best among the Bharatas, Arjuna, four kinds of pious men render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute. Chapter 7, verse 19. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. Chapter 7, verse 25. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavritaha mudhoyam nabhijanati loko mamajamavyayam. I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them I am covered by my eternal creative potency, Yoga Maya. And so the deluded world knows me not, who am unborn and infallible. Chapter 7, verse 26. Please repeat. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kaschana. O Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all things that are yet to come. I also know all living entities, but me no one knows. Chapter 7, verse 27. Ichha dvesha samuthena dvandva mohena bharata sarvabhutani sammoham sarge yanti parantapa. O scion of Bharata, Arjuna, O conqueror of the foe, All living entities are born into delusion, overcome by the dualities of desire and hate. Chapter 7, verse 28. Yesham tvantagatam papam jananam punyakarmanam te dvandvamoha nirmukta bhajante mam drudhavrataha. Persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life, whose sinful actions are completely eradicated, and who are freed from the duality of delusion, engage themselves in my service with determination. Now we are entering the eighth chapter. I request all of you to please repeat each shloka after me. Chanting these verses spoken by Krishna is same as associating with Krishna directly. And also today is Ekadashi and Gita Jayanti, and that is why we are chanting the 108 special verses of Bhagavad Gita. So please repeat. Chapter 8, verse 5. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yah prayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra samshayah. And whoever at the time of death quits his body, remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. Chapter 8, verse 6. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram tam tamevaiti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavitaha. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, that state he will attain without fail. Chapter 8, verse 7. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhya cha mayyarpita mano buddhir mame vaishyasya samshayah. Therefore, Arjuna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna and at the same time carry out your prescribed duty of fighting. With your activities dedicated to me and your mind and intelligence fixed on me, you will attain me without doubt. Chapter 8, verse 14. Ananyacheta satatam yomam smarati nityashaha tasyaham sulabah partha nityayuktasya yoginaha. For one who remembers me without deviation, I am easy to obtain, O son of Pritha, because of his constant engagement in devotional service. Chapter 8, verse 15. Mamupetya punarjanma dukkhalayamashashvatam napnuvanti mahatmanaha samsiddhim paramam gataha. After attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world which is full of miseries because they have attained the highest perfection. Chapter 8, verse 16. Abrahma bhuvanalokaha punaravartinorjuna mamupetya tu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. Chapter 8, verse 28. Vedeshu yagneshu tapassu chaiva daneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva yogi param sthanamupaithi chadyam. A person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from studying the Vedas, performing austere sacrifices, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive activities. At the end, he reaches the supreme abode. Chapter 9, verse 2. Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitramidamuttamam Pratyakshavagam Dharmyam Susukham Kartum Avyayam. This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of the self by realization, it is the perfection of religion. It is everlasting, and it is joyfully performed. Chapter 9, verse 4. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina मत्स्थानि सर्वभूतानि न चाहं तेष्वस्थितः. By me in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. Chapter 9, verse 10. Mayadhyakshena prakritihi सूयते सचराचरम् हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय जगद्विपरिवर्तते. This material world is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, and it is producing all moving and unmoving beings. By its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. Chapter 9, verse 11. Avajananti mamudha manushim tanumashritam param bhavamajananto mama bhutamaheshwaram. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature and my supreme dominion over all that be. Chapter 9, verse 17. Moghasha mogha karmano mogha jnana vichetasaha rakshasim asurim chaiva prakritim mohinim shritaha. Those who are thus bewildered are attracted by demonic and atheistic views. In that deluded condition, their hopes for liberation, their fruitive activities, and their culture of knowledge are all defeated. Chapter 9, verse 13. Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritimashritah bhajantyananya manaso ज्ञात्वा भूतादिमव्ययम्. O son of Pritha, those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. Chapter 9, verse 14. Satatam kirtayanto mam yadantascha dhrudha namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate. Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me, these great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. Chapter 9, verse 22. Ananyaschintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. But those who worship me with devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and preserve what they have. Chapter 9, verse 25. Yanti deva vrata devan pitrun yanti pitruvrataha bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti madhyajinopi mam. Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. Those who worship ancestors go to the ancestors, and those who worship me will live with me. Chapter 2, verse 26. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktyupahritam ashnami prayatatmanaha. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit, a water, I will accept it. Chapter 9, verse 27. Yad Yad karoshi yadashnasi yajjuhoshi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tad kurushva madarpanam. O son of Kunti, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, as well as all austerities that you may perform, should be done as an offering unto me. Chapter 9, verse 29. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshyosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mayi te teshu chapyaham. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. Chapter 9, verse 30. Api chet suduracharo bhajate mamananya bhak sadhureva samantavyaha samyak vyavasito hi saha. Even if one commits the most abominable actions, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated. Chapter 9, verse 32. Mam hi parthavyapashritya yepi syuh papayonayah striyo vaishyastatha shudras tepi yanti param gatim. O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas or merchants, as well as Shudras or workers, can approach the supreme destination. Chapter 9, verse 34. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktvaivam atmanam matparayanaha. Engage your mind always in thinking of me, offer obeisances and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. Now, 10th chapter. Please repeat each verse after me. Chapter 10, verse 8. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattas sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who know this perfectly engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. Chapter 10, verse 9. Macchitta madgatah prana bodhayantah parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are surrendered to me, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss enlightening one another and conversing about me. Chapter 10, verse 10. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayanti te. To those who constantly To those who are constantly devoted and worship me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Chapter 10, verse 11. Teshamevanukampartham aham ajnanajam tamaha nashayamyatma bhavastho jnanadipena bhasvata. Out of compassion for them, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. Chapter 10, verses 12 and 13. Arjuna Uvacha Param Brahma Parandhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adidevam Vibhum Ahustvam Rushayas Sarve Devarshirnaradastatha. Asito devalo vyasaha swayam chaiva bravishi me. Arjuna said, "You are the supreme Brahman, the ultimate, the supreme abode and purifier, the absolute truth and the eternal divine. You are the primal God, transcendental and original, and you are the unborn and all pervading beauty. All the great sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vyasa proclaim this of you, and now you yourself are declaring it to me." Chapter 10, verse 41. Yadyadvibhutimatsatvam श्रीमदूर्जितमेव वा तत्तदेवावगच्छत्वम् मम तेजोंश संभवम्. Know that all beautiful, glorious, and mighty creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. Chapter 11, verse 54. Bhaktya tvananyaya shakya ahamevam vidhorjuna ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुं च तत्त्वेन प्रवेष्टुं च परन्तप. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understanding. Chapter 11, verse 55. Matkarma krin mat paramo madbhakta sangha varjitaha निर्वैरः सर्वभूतेषु यः स मामेति पाण्डव. My dear Arjuna, one who is engaged in my pure devotional service, free from the contaminations of previous activities and from mental speculation, who is friendly to every living entity, certainly comes to me. Chapter 12, verse 5. क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम् देहवद्भिरवाप्यते. For those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested, impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied. Chapter 12, verse 8.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, your screen is not visible, Prabhu.
My screen is not visible now. Okay,
No, Prabhu.
let me let me share the screen once again. Just a moment. Is it visible now?
Yes, Prabhu, now it's visible.
Chapter 12, verse 8. Please repeat after me. Mayyeva mana adhatsva mayi buddhim niveshaya nivasishyasi mayyeva ata urdhvam na samshayah. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt. Chapter 12, verse 9. अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय. My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulated principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, you will develop a taste to attain to me. Chapter 12, verse 10. अभ्यासेऽप्यसमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थम् अपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिम् अवाप्स्यसि. If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. Chapter 14, verse 4. Sarvayonishu kaunteya मूर्तयः सम्भवन्ति याः तासां ब्रह्म महद्योनिरहं बीजप्रदः पिता. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father. Chapter 14, verse 26. Mam chayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. One who engages in full devotional service, who does not fall down in any circumstance, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. Chapter 14, verse 27. Brahmano hi pratisthaham amrutasya vyayasya cha shashvatasya cha dharmasya sukhasya cha. And I am the basis of the impersonal Brahman, which is the constitutional position of ultimate happiness and which is immortal, imperishable, and eternal. Chapter 15, verse 5. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha dvandvair vimukta sukha dukkha sannaihi गच्छन्त्यमूढा पदमव्ययं तत्. One who is free from illusion, false prestige, and false association, who understands the eternal, who is done with material lust, and is freed from the duality of happiness and distress, and who knows how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, attains to that eternal kingdom. Chapter 15, verse 6. न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. That abode of mine is not illumined by the sun or moon, nor by electricity. One who reaches it never returns to this material world. Chapter 50, verse 7. Mamaivamsho jivaloke jivabhutah sanatanaha manashashthani मनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. Chapter 15, verse 15. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matta smritirjnanamapohanam cha वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम्. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas am I to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. Chapter 15, verse 19. Yo mamevamasammudho janati purushottamam स सर्वविद् भजति माम् सर्वभावेन भारत. Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is to be understood as the knower of everything, and he therefore engages himself in full devotional service, O son of Bharata. Chapter 18, verse 42. Shamodama Shamodamastapashaucham क्षान्तिरार्जवमेव च ज्ञानं विज्ञानमास्तिक्यम् ब्रह्मकर्म स्वभावजम्. Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, wisdom, knowledge, and religiousness. These are the qualities by which the Brahmanas work. Chapter 18, verse 54. Brahmabhutah prasannatma न शोचति न काङ्क्षति समः सर्वेषु भूतेषु मद्भक्तिं लभते पराम्. One who is thus transcendentally situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman. He never laments nor desires to have anything. He is equally disposed to every living entity. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. Chapter 18, verse 55. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavanyaschasmi tattvataha tato mam tattvato jnatva vishate tadanantaram. One can understand the Supreme Personality as he is only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of the Supreme Lord by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. Chapter 18, verse 58. Machchitta sarva durgani matprasadat tarishyasi atha chetvam ahankaran न श्रोष्यसि विनङ्क्ष्यसि. If you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles of conditional life by my grace. If, however, you do not work in such consciousness, but act through false ego, not hearing me, you will be lost. Chapter 18, verse 61. ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां हृद्देशे अर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities who are seated as on a machine made of the material energy. Chapter 18, verse 65. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mamye vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. Always think of me and become my devotee. Worship me and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. Chapter 18, verse 66. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reaction. Do not fear. Chapter 18, verse 68. Ya idam paramam guhyam madbhakteshvabhidhasyati bhaktim mayi param kritva mame vaishyatya samshayah. For one who explains the supreme secret to the devotees, devotional service is guaranteed, and at the end he will come back to me. Chapter 18, verse 68. Ya idam paramam guhyam madbhakteshvabhidhasyati bhaktim mayi param kritva mame vaishyatya samshayah. For one who explains the supreme secret to the devotees, devotional service is guaranteed, and at the end he will come back to me. Chapter 18, verse 78. Yatra yogeshvara krishno yatra partho dhanurdharaha tatra shrir vijayo bhuter dhruva netirmatir mama. Sanjaya said, wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. That is my opinion. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we have chanted the verses of Bhagavad Gita on this very special day of Gita Jayanti, and we have thus associated with the Supreme Lord through his instructions. As Krishna himself says in the Bhagavad Gita, one who studies Bhagavad Gita worships Krishna through his intelligence. So every day, let us read a few verses along with translations and purports by our beloved spiritual master, Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada, and let us get enlightened. Let us understand what Krishna wants all of us to do in our lives, and let us get into the intricacies of spiritual understanding and devotional service to the Lord. Thank you very much for joining and wish you all a very happy Gita Jayanti. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। विश्व
जय
गुरु श्रील
जय
प्रभु।
जय
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 हरे कृष्ण।
हरे
Hare
कृष्ण
Hare Krishna.
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
हरे कृष्ण हरे
इंग
कृष्ण
इंग सरे इंग ಹೇಳಿ ಇವಾಗ ತತ್ವದಿ ಪ್ರಣಿಪಾತ ಹೇಳು ಹೇಳು ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳು ಅಪ್ಪಂಗಿಡುತ್ತೆ
तत्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन प्रणिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानं ध्यानिनस्तापदर्शिनः
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು
Oh, very good. Very nice. Okay. Hare Krishna.